Govinda, Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Govinda, Govinda. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe
Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe
Radhe Govinda, Govinda Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Haribo.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Oh, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Oh, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Govinda Jayo Jayo, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo. Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopal Jayo Jayo, Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Yeah, I know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, chant loudly. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
All together. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Sachinandan Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari.
Jaya Satchidananda,
Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari.
Jaya Satchidananda, Jaya Gaurahari, Satchidananda, Jaya Gaurahari.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Go Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Nitai
Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Go Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jayo Nitai, Jai Go, Jayo Nitai, Jai Go.
Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur.
Nitai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Go Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Go Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Akshay Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Ritai Prabhu.
Anyone else want to lead some kirtan? Please. Prabhu, I know he's singing. Prabhu, you want to lead? I don't want to put you on the spot though. It's okay if you don't want to.
Prabhu will read. Prabhu, we are waiting for you. This is just manifest. Start.
Yeah, I can start another melody. I think maybe Marge will do that. What was the one that he sang yesterday in the yeah? I'm trying to remember that melody. I think no, it's not that one. Oh yeah, I think there's that one too. Oh no, I got one. I think Hare Krishna, Hare. Oh yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Play Katha. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Good.
Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for our Friday evening weekly program here on the Gita session, and I'd like to invite, like to welcome every one of you. Thank you for taking out your time in this busy Friday is the time that we get free, and then we are so grateful that all of you came here. And also we are equally very excited to welcome our very special guest today. His name is Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj. And so yeah, if you yeah, for that some you can all take the space little forward so that you can get Maharaj. Please feel free to. Maharaj will sit there in that chair. So there is a restroom here in the, if someone has not seen, if anytime you have to use. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So,
wow, it's a revolving chair.
oh, sorry, man.
360 degrees chair.
So, just a little bit introduction for His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj. Maharaj graduated from NIT Trichy. He is one of the very prestigious engineering institution in India. And then after that, he worked in a very famous company. And then he was trying his own way to join IIT Mumbai. And he came across Srila Prabhupada's book, Science of Self-Realization, that cleared many of his questions and inspired him to dedicate his life for greater good. And from last, and rest is history, last 35 plus years, Maharaj is serving in various capacity, especially in the southern India zones, in many leadership position, in many trustee board members. But one of the very major contribution of Maharaj is to student community and corporate. His talks are very practical, and very uplifting. I still remember Maharaj talk. He came 7 years back, and after 7 years, we are having fortune to have him here. But still, I can remember his talk, what he gave 7 years back. So that is the impact of his talks are. So we are very very grateful and to His Holiness Bhakti Vinod Maharaj to making a stop in his orbit of whole world he's traveling, and he's here for this week in San Jose. So let's give a warm welcome by clapping Maharaj here. Hare Krishna.
So, how does your format go? First Kirtan?
Yeah, so we do Kirtan. We did Kirtan
Or I'll
already.
do Kirtan at the end?
Later, and we can do.
Because they've been hearing Kirtan for
Yes,
so long.
yes,
Okay?
yes. Yeah, we can do at the end.
Okay.
Yes, so this is the 8.
This one?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Don't be taken away by everything he said. I'm a small guy. I'm available to you. I'm an accessible, cool Swami. I'll spend this evening with you, with all of you. And I normally like to go to small groups. Partly because you get heard better. I'm just trying to share some realizations about the truth, about the reality, away from a relative world that we live in. Some sort of a, should I say, absolute truth. So I'll be very happy to also share that with you and experience that. It's already offered? Yes. Yeah. Looks too beautiful. So I thought it'll be nice for us to read through. He has selected a shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, 8.7. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu manusmara yudhya mai arpitamano buddhir mam vaishyasi asamshayah. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting with your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me. You will attain me without doubt. You would like to chant the shloka also? How do you do that? You okay? Please repeat after me, and if you've got it on your phones, you can also see it. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mam anusmara yudhya Mayyarpita mano buddhir Mam evaishyasi asamshayah. 8.7, chapter 8, text 7. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mam anusmara yudhya Mayyarpita mano buddhir Mam evaishyasi asamshayah. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mam anusmara yudhya Mayi arpita mano buddhir Mam evaishyasi asamshayah. Tasmat, therefore, sarveshu, at all, kaleshu, times, mam, me, anusmara, go on remembering, yudhya, fight, cha, also, mayi, unto me, arpita, surrendering, manaha, mind, buddhihi, intellect, mam, unto me. Eva, surely, Ashyasi, you will attain. Asamshayah, without a doubt. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. This instruction to Arjuna is very important for all men engaged in material activities. The Lord does not say that one should give up his prescribed duties or engagements. One can continue them and at the same time think of Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. This free will, this will free one from material contamination and engage the mind and intelligence in Krishna. By chanting Krishna's names, one will be transferred to the supreme planet, Krishna Loka, without a doubt. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. You know the context of this shloka that is saying, therefore, always think of me. So I want to go back and show you. The previous shloka reads that while you are dying, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram. If you're thinking of whatever you're thinking of at the time of death, that consciousness you will be in, and that type of body you will attain. Tyajanti ante kalevaram. Ante means in the end, kalevaram means this body. When you give up this body, whatever consciousness you are in, that you will attain in your next life. It's a very serious law that is being highlighted here. You better be careful what you're thinking of when you die, because you'll attain that. So he's saying, therefore think of me. You'll attain me. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Therefore, sarveshu kaleshu. If all the time, if you're able to meditate on me, ma manusmara yudhyacha. Even the fighting that you're going to do for me, think of me and fight. Mayarpita mano buddhir. Sacrifice your mind and intelligence for me. Maam evaishasi asamshayah. You will definitely come to me. If you definitely come to me. He's not demanding that you do certain, fix your mind on me in devotion and all that. He's saying simply remember me, you'll come to me. This is much lesser. I am very busy doing all my things at home, yaar. How can I be a devotee? My consciousness is always filled with where is this, what is that, my daughter, my son, my money, and my employee, and my employer, and my business, and my that transaction, and this, and my parents. And how can I do this? Looks like it's not going to work out for me. Krishna is saying here, no, no, no. Think of me and do it. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. Think of me and fight. How is that possible here? Something impossible Krishna is saying, you may say. That I'm going to Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's how I should do it? To think of Krishna and fight? I got to think of the guy above what arrows he's shooting, what I should shoot back at him, and how I should dodge him. I should, my mind will be very busy doing that. It sounds very impractical, right? Yes or no? Say the truth. Don't worry. The truth is, it sounds very impractical. Yeah, how can I do it? Don't hide it. Yeah, how is it possible for me to be absorbed in my this thing and then also think of Krishna? Well, here the word think means something more. Excuse me. Think means something else. It means being conscious. You can be conscious. This is the amazing thing about Krishna consciousness. You can be Krishna conscious and you can still be executing all your jobs very nicely. You can be conscious of Krishna, you can be in Krishna consciousness, and you can be executing everything very nicely. You know, recently for some time, I mean, for many years now, I think I've been saying mindfulness, mindfulness, mindfulness all the time. Everybody's talking about mindfulness. Now, the world gets swept by some guy comes and writes a book, and then one type of wave sweeps the world, and one type of terminologies and labeling and titles for some time, and then it sticks somewhere there, and another wave comes. The mindfulness waves. Be mindful of what you're eating. If you're eating a grape, look at it, feel it, touch it, look at the texture of it, smell it, peel it, eat it, taste it. That, just be present there in the grape. Be very mindful of the grape that you're eating. Yeah, but I don't do everything like that in my life. I go and pass stool in this thing. I'm mindful of what I'm passing. How many kilograms are coming out? How many grams are coming out? What texture is it? What fluidity it has got? Some fluid mechanics on it. I mean, can't be mindful of certain mechanical things and routine things that I do. I don't need to be mindful. It just happens. Most probably I'm browsing while I'm passing stool nowadays. I attend to something else. But this happens every day. You don't have to be mindful of passing urine or passing stool or taking a bath under a shower. I do it every day. I just showered and came. It took me 5 minutes to shower and clean up and put tilak, and 10 minutes I'm here. It's a routine thing. I am thinking, oh, what to speak to all of them I saw today. I took my bath and took my. So obviously, certain routine aspects of life, you're not going to do it mindfully. Especially, you don't need to apply your mind there. So it's not that all the time you need to be mindful. You're choosing and being mindful. When it's your money and it's a transaction, boy, you're super mindful. What's happening here? How much is going that side? How much is coming this side? It's about a relationship. It's got to do with your wife, your husband, and your discussion and something going on. You're very mindful. You can become emotional. High stakes are involved. So that time you're obviously forced to be mindful, right? So when Krishna says, "Ma manusmara yuddhacha," think of me and fight. What does it mean? What does it mean? It's not just saying, do this activity and do this activity. We don't understand. But there are layers of thing going on inside us. You can remain conscious, right? Like very nicely, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave an example. I'll use that example. Maybe that's the best thing to do. Para vyasinini nari vyagrapi grahakarmashu. What is it? Tan swadayati antar navasanga rasayanam. Tat swadayanti antar navasanga rasayanam. He gave this very brilliant example. He said, if married lady, grahasthini, paravyasinini nari, she's having affair with another man. Nari means woman. Having affair with another man. Vyagrapi grahakramashu. But she's doing her household duties with powerful enthusiasm and doing everything quickly and nicely. Children come here, and she's smiling at them and she's putting them through everything and cracking jokes with them and sending them off with their, lunch packs and everything. And the husband, she is very nice, super good to him and everything. Vyagrapi graha karmashu. Graha karmashu means household duties. With great enthusiasm she's doing. Why? Tad swadayanti antar. Inside, she's thinking about him. Navasanga rasayanam. Navasanga means the new association she's got with this person whom she's having an affair with. She's enjoying that. Inside, she's very enthused. Wow, I'll be very soon meeting him. When all these guys go, after that, the day is mine. So she's excited about doing whatever is necessary that needs to be done. Why? Because I'm going to meet with the other guy. And that's the main exciting thing for my life. Right? And in the evening again, he will go away and you guys will come back and I'll be very happy with you. Why? I had a good meeting with him. Navasanga rasayanam. So internally you're very absorbed with the extramarital affair you have. Therefore, you're externally able to do all the routine stuff very well. If you're absorbed in Krishna, if you're fallen in love with Krishna, it is something like that. You'll remain on the back, completely absorbing you. And in the front, you'll do everything that's necessary to be done. No problem. Whatever heavy duty is there, I can do it. Why? It's supported. My consciousness is absorbed in Krishna. So I can do all these small things in the front. No problem. No problem. Why? My consciousness is absorbed. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yutyacha. Why? Mayarpita mano buddhir mame vaishyasiyasam. I have sacrificed my intelligence and my mind to being absorbed in Krishna. There is something that most people may not know that Krishna is talking about in Bhagavad Gita. That you are capable of being absorbed in me when you fall in love with me. Because I will occupy you very deeply inside at the core of your being. Falling in love is something like that even in this world. A boy and a girl meet together and they fall in love. They can only think about themselves all the time. Your mom is calling you, yeah, I'm coming. Don't shout, yell, I'm coming. What do you want me to do this? Okay, I'll do, ma. Don't worry. I'll do everything you ask me to do. Because I'm actually thinking of that guy. And your mom notices and she tells, why is she so happy looking? Why she must be thinking of somebody. She makes out because she is also a lady and she becomes a little suspicious about you. Is there somebody who is actually being in touch with you? I mean, the conversation starts. So in this world also, it's to some extent true. But love for Krishna, the absolute truth is like that. That one catches you, boy, you're done. You can't actually absorb yourself in anything else. It's very difficult to absorb yourself in anything else. And whatever you want me to do, I can do. No problem. So the gopis were like that. Krishna's gopis in the Vrindavan. They were married, they had children, they had husbands, and all that. But they were all the time in the background absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. And when they heard Krishna's flute from Vamshivat, a place he would stand on his Tribhanga, three-bended form and blow the flute just to attract the gopis. He knows they're thinking of me all the time and this will do it. This will clinch it. And then the flute sound goes through. It's mentioned it goes through the forest. And all the deers prick their ears and stand like that. And the Yamuna is flowing downstream. It'll stop and start flowing upstream. Described there in the Bhagavad. The breeze stops. The cows stop. The calves stop drinking milk. And all the milk forms out from there. This thing. Everything stops when Krishna's flute blows through. It's powerful. The sound coming from Krishna's flute. And it goes and enters Vrindavan into the whole locality. And everybody is absorbed. And the gopis hear it and so that's it. I'm going. It's a call for me. The gopis are doing different things. Some of them are feeding their kids. They put the kids down, they jump and they go. Some of them are feeding their husbands. They just lift their skirts like this and start running when they hear the flute. It's described in the Bhagavad very beautifully. Why? I may be doing my duties and all that, but this is a call from inside. It's a deep call. Krishna is calling me. Nothing waits. I just boom. They rush in the middle of the night. They land up in the forest, the deep forest. So, absorbing yourself in Krishna is possible because Krishna is such, by nature, such a character in your life. He's very unique personality in your life. Everybody has a unique relationship with the Supreme Absolute Truth. And don't underestimate it. And that, when it develops, it'll actually absorb you very deeply inside. Then when you're absorbed like that, you don't mind fighting. Ma manusmara yudhyacha, fine, I can do it. Arjuna was absorbed in Krishna like that. And he was able to kill and maim and do all these things with Krishna standing next to him. Krishna standing next to him. So it is not always possible with everything else in this world, but with Krishna it's possible. If you're absorbed in Krishna consciousness, it's possible. So Krishna is telling, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. All times think of me. And Prabhupada was asked, how can I remember Krishna always? He said, chant Hare Krishna. In the purport also he said, the chanting of the holy name is remembering Krishna. It's the easiest way to remember Krishna. So all of you were chanting when I came in. I thought, very nice. Doing kirtan and following kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So two things will happen at one time. If you have love for Krishna, then actually you will be able to perform any other activity in the forefront, including fighting. Prabhupada said that the devotional service requested of Arjuna was a very difficult service for Arjuna to do because it is about killing people. It's about maiming people. It's about chopping up, cutting hands and legs and chopping off heads and bloody service. And Krishna is standing next to him driving the chariot too. And he's giving directions to Krishna this way, that way. It was very absorbing. And it's like you get angry. Kshatriyas get angry. That's how they get passionate. Because the opposite guy will say, you're an idiot. You should be sent to the jackals. I'll send you to Yamaloka right now with one arrow of mine. Who are you? You're just a dog. You're that. You're this. And then they'll work themselves up into passion. Say, that's what you think. I know what you are. This is what you are. You did this, like this, like this. And said, you are fit to be dumped into Raurava and roasted in hell. But be happy that you're dying just by my arrow. Say your last prayers. Here it comes. This is how they're talking. It's not that, hi, how are you? It just happens to be a war and I have to shoot you and you have to die, okay? It's not like that. It's not like that. You work yourself into a passion here. So you have to be very involved. You have to be very involved. So in spite of that, he was very Krishna conscious. Because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to fight with my cousins. Don't want to fight with my grandfather. Don't want to fight with my guru. But he did it. He landed up doing it. The Pandavas were accused of killing Dronacharya. Ashwatthama was very wild because of that. And that also it's supposed to be, they got cheated. Ashwatthama, the elephant is dead, is what Yudhishthira said. And Ashwatthama, Dronacharya thought my son is dead. And then he went into a deep meditation and then his head was chopped off. Otherwise, it's difficult to kill Dronacharya. So Krishna planned it that way. And so you can imagine how furious it'll be, how Ashwatthama would feel. So it's not an easy thing to sit and fight a war, right? And in spite of that, Arjuna was following the order of Krishna. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. and he became successful at the end. So don't think it's possible only for Arjuna and not possible for me. In this day and age, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada has asked us to come and chant the holy names and you'll be able to do it. In the purport he's saying you can simply chant Hare Krishna and you will put yourself in the right position and you'll be safe and you can do whatever you're doing. Do whatever you're doing, but chant Hare Krishna and you'll put yourself in a safe position. So somehow or the other, balancing our life to be able to chant Hare Krishna. This is very important. What a lot of people do is to overindulge in the working atmosphere. Unnecessarily also sometimes. Not really necessary. At that point, some wisdom is required. Too much of this will screw me up. I should actually switch. I should take time off. Like you've all taken time off today. It's like a working day maybe, but it's the end of the week. And you're able to come and enjoy some chanting and some prasadam and hear some philosophy, interact with people and all that. If you're asked to work on Friday, right up to the night and all that, you may most probably say, sorry, I can do it on Monday. Then you'll be a good decision maker. But if you say, really, I don't mind working, and you go and work and then you fry yourself up with no balance. So if every day we are able to make a nice balancing act of finding time to chant Hare Krishna peacefully, being with Krishna by the chanting of the holy name, I call it a rendezvous with Krishna every day, a secret meeting that you should have. That's why Prabhupada said, Krishna will dance on your tongue when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Don't underestimate this mantra. It's not an ordinary thing. It's very powerful. Very powerful. That's why Prabhupada is saying, remembering Krishna, just chant Hare Krishna. Oh, this is just another mantra. It just comes out of my mouth like that. But my mind is wandering here and there. No, it's not just an ordinary thing. It's very powerful. This is the meaning of saying, Mamanusmara Yuddhacha. Fight thinking of me. Do your work thinking of me. Is possible. It's possible if you chant Hare Krishna. Krishna will remain in the background. Even when you're doing things, he'll remain in the background. It become very easily accessible. Matchitta sarvadurgani matprasadat tarishyasi. Atachetvam ahankaran nasroshyasi vinangshasi. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in another place, whenever you have a challenge, right, you think of me. Not only that, you're already thinking of me. If you have a challenge, it's easier to go through it. Why? Matchitta sarvadurgani matprasadat tarishyasi. Prasada means by my mercy. Tarishyasi means you'll cross over. Atachetvam ahankaran, but out of ahankar, out of false ego. If you do not listen to me, try to tackle it yourself in total forgetfulness of me. Vinangshasi, you may get destroyed. You get completely tumbled down with the problem and go plummeting down. You'll not know how to handle it. So these are the advantages of thinking of Krishna. Because when something happens, which most probably happens quite often these days in Kali Yuga to you, then you can, because you're remembering Krishna, you just firmly stand by remembrance of Krishna. And then you will see, by my mercy you will cross over. Mat prasadat tarishyasi. This is a guarantee Krishna is giving, and it works. If you're conscious of Krishna and you're constantly thinking in some way or the other and doing your best, you will see that when challenges come, it goes very smoothly off. It may be some rattling, a little bit of disturbance of this and that anxiety, but you pray to Krishna and you're holding Krishna, it goes off. Why? Because Krishna is saying, Mat prasadat tarishyasi. You will cross over. But if you forgot to, and if you didn't do properly, then you'll be in a mess. You know, if you go to Jagannath Puri, how many of you gone to Jagannath Puri? Okay, some of you. In Jagannath Puri is a famous Krishna temple. Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra. Jagannath's brother and sister. So, if you write enter, right there you'll see on the left side a huge stone sculpture of a black and a white horse, and on that standing Balaram and Krishna. And there's a lady standing giving with a pot something. That's a big story. I think some of you know the story, right? How many of you know that story? It's a famous story, very famous. Nobody knows the story? Huh? Whoa, I'm very surprised. You really don't know the story? Huh? No. This is another story. You see that big thing. Everybody knows who goes to see that story. It's a huge stone sculpting there, permanently done. You haven't. Oh gosh. This is an interesting story. Should I say it? How many of you want to hear the story? Oh, very popular. It's connected with what I'm saying. So, the king of Jagannath Puri is a devotee of Jagannath, very devout person. There's a certain king at that time. There are lots of things happen. I'm going to say only this one. Uh, he invaded the southern region and he got insulted and something's happened. Let's talk about only with this. He went insult and this and that, and said, I'll finish you. And then he got angry and then he waged a war. He went and attacked the southern region, somewhere around all these South India provinces, those days, Tamil Nadu and all those places. He went and attacked. But amazingly, he lost the war. He lost the war and his whole army got routed. And he escaped somehow and came all the way alone, crying. Then what happened? Jagannath, I am your devotee. And he came back all the way walking right up the coast and took a very long time, months together. And then he almost reached Orissa. Once he came inside Orissa, he was feeling a little, then he took rest in somebody's goshala, drank milk and all that. Farmer. And then the farmer noticed, because he's all bearded and tired. He said, you're our king. Where did you go? What happened to you? Because he recognized him. He looked at him and he said, yeah, you're the first person to recognize me because I'm in my kingdom. So what happened to you? I mean, he was very nice to him. Sat down with him and gave him more milk and prasadam and everything together. Then he told him the whole story. This fellow challenged me, insulted me. Many things happened like this. And so I just went and attacked him. Really? And all that, and you lost the war and I came all the way. So he said, but did you take the permission of Jagannath? You're a Jagannath devotee and you're from this. And the king remembered and said, no, I didn't. And he said, you should always go and take the blessings of Lord Jagannath, isn't it, before you do such things. Then he held that farmer and said, you're the person who's been sent by Jagannath to tell me this. And he ran to Jagannath temple. He ran to Jagannath temple and everybody came to know the king has come back. He's lost the war, he's come back. By the time the news floods very fast, he ran directly into the temple. Just to cut through all the security, get lost. I am the king. He went right into the main Garbhagraha, fell down there. I had to close the door. Ordered, close the door, and he cried to Jagannath. Why did you let this happen? What a shame. I lost the war. Lost my entire army. I got routed like nothing. Got insulted. You want your devotee to be insulted like this? Why did you? Oh, just kept talking to Jagannath. Jagannath didn't say anything. My devotee let him steam off. I just let him speak and speak and speak and speak. And then he became tired and said, "What should I do? Tell me. I'm just lost. I forgot to ask you. I've just made a big mistake." And then the Lord spoke to him and said, "My dear king, you are such so dear a devotee to me. It's true that you should have taken my blessings before you left. But don't mind. Don't worry. We'll do it again. I will accompany you in the war. I'll come with you and fight." It's an amazing thing, he said. "Don't worry, we'll definitely win because I'll be coming with you to fight." Really? Arrange your army. He just went out, immediately arranged another army. Got an army ready. Started moving. The Lord said he will come, he'll come. Jagannath told him I'll come. He didn't bother. Went ahead. So he was moving ahead for a second attack. Not much ahead of him, two horsemen, one white horse and one black horse. On the white horse was sitting a black man. On the black horse was sitting a white man. And they have been coming a long way to join the army of the king. So I've been feeling thirsty. I'm going to get on and drink something. And then they see a lady sending buttermilk to people. So they'll stand over and drink buttermilk. The black complexioned man and the white complexioned, both of them drink. He drinks a little bit and gives it to him and drinks. Give me some more. They keep drinking a lot buttermilk. And then she said, "So much money you give me." When she returned the thing, they said, "We are soldiers in the army, we don't have any money." She said, "What? I am just a poor lady, I didn't know that you're, so army people and all that free, no?" He said, "No, no, no, no. I thought you'll pay me and all that. So we don't bring any money. What to do?" She said, "No, you have to give me something, no, I have to live." So this gentleman, a black looking gentleman took out his ring. Very costly, diamond studded and all that, and gave it to her. She said, "No, no, no, I don't want all this. Just give me a little. This is too costly." This brilliant looking hand. She said, "No, you don't need to take this. Just show this to the king. He'll give you the money that's needed. Okay? Then you can give it to the king, the ring. Just do that. You'll get all the money that you need." And because he was talking so nicely, his voice was thundering and so sweet at the same time, she said, "Okay," and took that ring. She looked at the ring and said, "My gosh, what's happening to me? This ring I touched, so many good feelings are coming inside me." She said, "Okay, thank you." Means at least it's an assurance because I'm giving you something far, far more valuable than the buttermilk you gave me. So you trust in me. So, okay, I'll show it to the king. So she waited there for the king to come. The king is coming with the army. She waited and waited and waited, and finally they saw dust in the distance, and the army is coming. These two people left. Army is coming. And the army came, and she waved out to the king. Who's going to look at a small woman somewhere in the corner, a huge army going there? She screamed and yelled and caught hold of one of the soldiers and said, "Tell the king to stop. I have some message for him." So the king stopped and said, "What is it, my dear lady? What do you want?" "I want to tell you that two gentlemen came from your army. They drank a lot of buttermilk, actually. Normally, people don't drink so much, but drank a lot of buttermilk. And when I asked them for money, they said they are fighting for the king and they don't have money." I said that I'm just a poor lady, I cannot afford to give you free and all that. So they gave me this ring and told me to show you to and you'll pay. She handed over the ring. Of course, in India, if it was like that now, they say, "Chalo yaar, ring leke bhag jao." Why wait for the king and all that? But she was an honest lady, cultured. And the king saw that and said, "This is Jagannath's ring from the temple. How did this come here? They are already here." He was very thrilled. Then, who were there? How did they look at? Said two, one dark and one white gentleman. Both of them very heavily armed, very nicely dressed, and they're looking very impressive. Then he said, "Balaram and Lord Krishna have together come." He became very thrilled. And he said, "Why money for you? I give this whole village to you." He gave the whole village to her. Today the village is named after her. It's called, starting from M, I forget. It's called not Manima. It's called something. Just she sold some little butter. He gave, "I give you the whole village because it's most auspicious news you gave me." That's a painting. I mean, that's a sculpting you'll see in the front. This lady getting from the king. She's recollecting these two people came, and you see the two people there like that. And she got the whole village. It's named after her even today. He forgot to remember Krishna. He went and boom, charged, although he was a devotee. Sometimes we do this. We don't very much behave like a devotee. We think, what the hell did he say? You guy, you boom. Go and attack it and then get hit on the face badly. And then you know instantly it is not a very Krishna conscious action. We did. Happens quite often. We are practicing sadhakas. So he knew now for sure I am with Krishna. He was very Krishna conscious in this battle. He fought the battle and won. He won the battle because Krishna and Balaram fought with him in the battle. So tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha means always remember me. Keep me in your consciousness. Machitta, that's what is used. Keep me in your consciousness. It's different from just saying think of him. Right? It's not just cut and paste thinking of him alone. Of course, it starts initially like that. But then he enters your consciousness, absorbs you completely. The gopis are absorbed in Krishna. In fact, they are so absorbed when Krishna physically separates himself, they very intensely are absorbed. Even more intensely absorbed because of separation from Krishna. It's called vipralambha. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe that comes from here originally. The more you're separated from the person whom you love, the more intensely you'll think about him. So that's why in Kurukshetra, when the Vrindavana Vasis came, then also all the Dwaraka Vasis and everybody also came during the eclipse to do certain rituals and take bath there and all that. That time, Krishna was not expecting to meet, but he met with all of them. There was Yashoda Mai, there was Nanda Maharaj, there was all the important gopas that he played around with throughout his younger age. Where the gopis? And then seeing them, it's like, he again completely was lost. Because their devotion is so intense and deep. But he was in royal clothes on a chariot with the soldiers and everything. He was looking very different. He was not like, the dhoti and small, bare-bodied, this thing with the peacock feather and the flute and hanging around ready to go to the forest with his cows and youthful Krishna. He was not like that. So the gopis and all of them saw, why are you looking like this? Too official. It looked too official. And he was also talking officially. Immediately he said, "O gopis, O gopas, my dear devotees, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you worship me," he started speaking Bhagavad Gita. Because he's God, right? He played the role of God. And they were thinking, what's he talking? They were actually thinking, what's he talking? But actually he's talking Bhagavad Gita. You're my devotees, and all that. And then they actually practically stopped him. They said, listen, what are you talking? It's ridiculous. You're telling us to remember you. In fact, we like to hear from you how to forget you. We are suffering because of you, because of remembering you. And you're talking Bhagavad Gita as a tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanasmara yuddhacha. It's not something you should be speaking to us. Tell us how to forget you. And we'll be very happy. We are suffering because we can't forget you. It's the other way around. They are not sadhakas, absorbed in Krishna. So they said, just pipe down, come with us to Vrindavan, back. And they just pulled. Krishna couldn't control himself. Because of the love of the gopis, the love of the gopas, the love of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai, he just yielded. And the Dwarkavasi said, Tata, bye-bye, no, you can't stop him. Nobody's going to stop him. They just took him. The power of love and their Krishna consciousness was so deep, he couldn't refuse growing. That's what is celebrated as Rath Yatra. The mood of going to Vrindavan back. So it's not just plain remembrance. It goes deeper and deeper in your consciousness. It's more than mindfulness. When we say Krishna consciousness, it means your consciousness is filled. Naturally, after that will come the mind and the intelligence and all that. That's more material portion of you, the subtle material portion. But consciousness means you, spirit, soul, consciousness. Krishna consciousness means your remembrance of Krishna has gone to this depth and it has got its place there and it's sitting there. It's not going to go from there. Yeah, just 2 minutes. I'll finish and I'll give you time for question. You can note it down. This way, it's mentioned here, the depth of the instruction here, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yudhyacha. Thinking of me and fighting is easy if I am keeping Krishna in my consciousness. Deeper. Because I've fallen in love with him. Everybody can fall in love with Krishna. Everybody is encouraged to have an extramarital affair with Krishna. That's Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhavavat bhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. You're married, you're not married, it doesn't matter. You can have an affair with me. And I'm waiting to have that affair with you because I revel in these affairs. I'm called Rasaraj. I can simultaneously have so many affairs and manage each one of them and derive rasa out of each one of them. That's what I do. This is my job. All the time, this is what I do. I am Rasaraj, king of relationships. Today there's a lot of talk about relationship. In every Instagram video you will see how to make good relationship, what you should do, what you should not do, how you can date, and how you can keep up the relationship, and how you can, so much. But in spite of all that, the relationships break because they're not meant to be permanent. But Krishna is saying, let's work it out. The relationship will be permanent because you're already associated with me. Mamaivamsha jiva loke. You belong to me. You're part and parcel of me. It's natural for you to fall in love with me. And not only that, I have these qualities nobody else has got in the world. Everybody will get attracted to me. That's why it's called Krishna. Akarshana iti Krishna. One who attracts everybody is Krishna and he is God. So I'm very happy to learn that God is such a person with such amazing qualities that he attracts every living being, not only human beings, every living being. And he does nothing else but this. He's got no other job but sitting and enjoying this sweet relationships with everybody. So he has all the time in the world to do that. And we may be thinking, boy, I don't have the time. I have to look after my kid, my job, my property, my this, my that. A little bit time I can give. But Krishna is actually saying, no, you give all your time. Everything will get all right. And anyway, this is not temporary. You'll finish. But relationship you have with me is permanent. It's permanent. So that's the meaning of what you will get by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The goal, the fruit of chanting the holy name is that you'll get that type of love of God. And you'll have an affair with Krishna. And that affair is permanent. Who is going to say no to this? When the affair is permanent, is exciting and thrilling. Having an extramarital affair is generally thrilling because it's away from the monotonous, regular stuff that you're doing. Right? And here is a extramarital affair is completely legalized with Krishna. You can perfectly have it and nobody will file a suit on you. Krishna is saying, I am saying it, do it. Who the guy is going to say anything against it? Thus, Ma manusmara yudhya, he's saying, manmana bhava mad bhakti. 9th chapter also he says, in 18th chapter also he'll say that. Do it. Simply do it. Fall in love with me. And you will. Because I've got all those qualities. And then if you fall in love with Krishna, all these other things become easy. Ma manusmara yudhya becomes easy to do. This is the secret which Krishna is revealing in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna consciousness means you can be Krishna consciousness underlying. In the forefront, you can do everything successfully. And you wouldn't bother much even if something is not very successful. Because it's okay, I tried, it didn't work out. So what? It's not so important. Why? My relationship with Krishna has become important. Has become more important, more relishable, more occupying. Since I'm having a higher experience, raso varjam raso piyasya param drishtva nivartate. I'm having a higher taste and a higher experience. If the lower things doesn't get worked out, it's okay. I don't mind. Not. Or you can call me unsuccessful, doesn't matter. Because I'm already absorbed in something else and I'm enjoying the success. It's about falling in love with Krishna. It's a deadly, amazing experience. You can accuse me of you did not do this properly. You are not a good husband. You're not a good wife. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm not able to do it. Okay. I'm a little busy with Krishna. You won't mind it. And the concerned person will think very immoral, very unethical. You don't do your duty properly. You don't, excuse me. Excuse me. If you want to curse me, you can, but this is Bilva Mangal Thakur's shloka that says that Sandhya Vandanam Bhadram Astu. My 3 points of time I have to do the chanting of the Gayatri and all that. Salutations to you. I'm not able to attend to you. And all my other dharmas I have to do as a father, as a son, as a grahastha and all that. Excuse me please. Because now wherever I sit down, I cannot but remember that supreme person coming from the Vrishni dynasty, Krishna. He absorbs me. So I don't have time for any of these things. But if you want to do anything to me, curse me, anything, please go ahead. I think this is enough for me. It's just very casually saying, you can go ahead and do anything you want. I just cannot stop this. I'm in love. I'm in love with Krishna. I'm not going to give it up for anything. This is the nature of devotees. Once you fall in love with Krishna, this is called full Krishna consciousness, absorbed. You will do anything like climbing into the Jaladuta, having 2 heart attacks, sailing on a ship for 30 and plus days, landing in Boston, and then starting the movement and again having a stroke and then again going on and again traveling all over the world, 12 times and establishing so many centers, writing books and everything. Everything is possible. Why? I'm in love. Right? So please fall in love with Krishna. It's a great romance that is awaiting you. The living entity with the Supreme Lord. This is the invitation of Krishna. When he hints, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu, always think of me. Right? Fall in love with me. And that's the answer to all your problems. Fall in love with Krishna is waiting for you. Om Tat Sat. Hari Bol. You have a question? You're the first person I would like to give a preference to.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah. Tell me your name.
My name is Shiva Prabhu.
Shiva. Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, does consciousness word applies to the people who are with the dementia? Can the
Put your
people,
hand, put your closer to
yeah,
him.
the
Does consciousness apply to
consciousness
people with dementia?
dementia and the people with dementia, can they be Krishna conscious too?
Of course, they are conscious because they're still living. It's just dementia is on the surface, superficial thing happening, on the level of the mind, right? But consciousness is something deeper, very foundational and fundamental to you. Consciousness is you. From the soul comes consciousness. From the sun comes sunlight. This example is given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Yata prakashayati eka krishnam lokam imam ravi. Ravi means sun. Prakasha means sunlight. Just like from the sun comes sunlight, from the soul, that is you, comes consciousness and permeates the whole body.
And your consciousness and my consciousness is same?
No, no. My limitation of consciousness is within the limits of my body. You too. But God, Krishna, He can extend Himself and absorb everybody in His consciousness. Supreme consciousness. But each one of us is individual in consciousness. Okay? Yeah. Any other question or comment? Wow. Nobody has any question. Actually, she has a question.
Can you elaborate on that? How? Hi, my name is Sanika, and can you elaborate?
Seneca.
Sanika.
It's a great Roman philosopher.
Huh?
Sanika.
Sanika. It means
Okay,
flute.
Sanika. Okay.
Yeah. So my question, it's not a question. Can you elaborate more on how your consciousness is different from my consciousness?
Yeah, because I have my own desires, I have my own horoscope and my karma from the past. And according to that, my consciousness is polluted. My original pure consciousness is polluted according to the individual activities that I have done in the past and in the present, good and bad. So it's tuned in with that type of contamination. And my consciousness means it's about I, me, right? So it's different from you. You have your own thing going. You have your own programming. So the theory that we are all of the same consciousness, no. We are individually conscious and we are trying to purify our consciousness from material consciousness to the original pure spiritual consciousness. Right now we think, I am this body, I am matter, and they're absorbed with material things, property, possessions, name, fame, titles, all these things together. That's material consciousness. But that's not permanent because you'll die for sure and everything shatters. But then you're born again in another situation and circumstances according to your karma. Then again you develop possessions and labels and this thing. Then again you die. Then again it happens. Right? So each time this happens to you, it's individual. It's by your choice. But you can purify your consciousness, free from this attachment for matter. And you can direct your attachment to Krishna, who is your original father. Pitahamasya jagato mata data pitamaha. I am your father, your mother, your grandfather, and everybody for you forever. That's the statement he makes in Bhagavad Gita. So why don't you invest in me? So when you invest in Krishna, it's very natural for us because we are part and parcel of him. And he reciprocates in pure love. Then we are fixed in our original consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Then everything becomes amazingly possible. Because right now you're operating at a very low capacity. When you blossom out in your spiritual consciousness and grow, then your capacity is a billion times greater. Because you're in your original consciousness. That sound good?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, do it. Go for it. Anybody else would like to take the risk of asking a question?
Thank you, Maharaj, for such an amazing class. I just have this question, like when you first time, I was reading your biography that you got Prabhupada's book and you are already in the like whatever the material success is considered, like you're from great university, great work and everything. What made you fall in love with Krishna, and what was that book, what was that moment or something that you like to describe?
No, I was first reading The Science of Self-Realization. There's a Just read the Bhagavad Gita also a little bit, but found a little difficult to understand. But Science of Self-Realization is conversations of Prabhupada with doctors and inspector of police and governors and all sorts of heads of state. And very penetrating conversations, especially the one with a doctor. He's talking about the soul, and the cardiologist or somebody was asking, no, but I do heart operations. I cut open the heart. You mean to say the soul is there? How is the soul able to, the heart I'm cutting open? That's a very stunning question. You see that in the Science of Self-Realization. Prabhupada says so, the soul is completely spiritual, it's got nothing to do with matter. Just the seat of the soul is the heart. And he explained a very simple example. He said, you're sitting on the chair, and the chair's, one of the legs of the chair is weak and it just tumbles like that. Right? So the host is quickly coming, giving you another chair, and you sit on that new chair, and the chair is repaired quickly and brought back, and saying, now you can sit on this chair. You sit back on this chair. He said, that's all. And the doctor, so simple. He said that the heart where you sit, where the soul sits, has got a little repair work to be done. For some time it will be parked elsewhere. Then the soul will come back and sit on it. So what? That amazed me very much. It's very simple. And maybe a doctor will not agree with that and think, oh. But the way Prabhupada explained it, with full confidence, it was very amazing. I got to know that I'm not this body, I'm spirit, soul. Learning about Krishna and how we are connected with Krishna. Such amazing information. And one of the best description of who God is, how does he exist, what are his powers and energies, how he controls his world through his inferior energy. It's amazing. Nobody's explained God like that to me. So scientific, so believable. And although I had tons of questions from my scientific background, everything was answered in Prabhupada's books. I think that impressed me. It impressed me. I thought this person is the first person to explain the reality properly. And I started reading with greater depth, Bhagavat and everything. I liked it. Liked it to a point where I said that I must study this very well and share it with other people. So I left my job. I worked for 5 years as a design engineer in a big MNC. One fine day, I gave the resignation, came back home. I never turned back since then. That's a quick down memory lane recollection for you. Yeah, you can shoot any question you want, don't worry.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. This question is regarding being conscious of Krishna and working at the same time. So, is it okay if I am engaged in Krishna conscious activities, devotional activities, all the other time, except the time when I'm working? Or do I also have to make a conscious effort to be conscious of Krishna even when I'm working?
Yeah, it'll automatically become like that when your Krishna consciousness increases. Like Arjuna was fighting, plus he was conscious because he is a very advanced devotee. You and me as sadhakas, just practicing, so you'll struggle with that a little bit. How can I do this and that and juggle around like this? Because you're a sadhaka. We're not yet very experienced in that type of multitasking. This is deep multitasking. You can do the other multitasking, like, I'm again look after my kid, plus, cook this thing, and plus answer the phone, plus, this simple multitasking. But this is deep inside multitasking. Layers of, how to connect with Krishna and at the same time do. It requires some experience, special blessing, and advancement in your love of Krishna. Then it happens. That's what you see Arjuna is doing. That's why this shloka is very important shloka. And Prabhupada translates it and says that in this day and age, you have all sorts of duties and everything. Don't worry, you do your duties, but chant Hare Krishna every day. And as much as possible, try to make it Krishna conscious, your activity. Confirmed. Whatever I said is true. Any other question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, that was a very absorbing talk. It was so
Thank
good.
you.
So you said that Krishna's consciousness is, everywhere, and it's like it covers everything. Why doesn't Krishna just sweep us all away? Why is Krishna waiting for us to put in? It seems like a lot of effort. Like you never know. Depending on the consciousness, our consciousness and limitations, it may take. It may be quick. It may be very long.
Because maintaining the individualities, Krishna respects you as an individual. That's very important to note in the Bhagavad Gita. Natva evaham jatunasham natvam neme janadipa nachaiva bhavishyamah sarvevayam ataparam. He quotes, first shloka he quotes when he starts telling Arjuna in the 2.11, 2.12, I think you'll see this quoted. Saying, never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor the kings in this battlefield, and never will be there such a time. Right? We all exist forever. Actually, there's nothing called birth and death and all. That's just external drama going on. But we live forever. And I relate with you forever. But you're temporarily taken a little sabbatical away from my relationship with me. And you've asked for this extra experience. I want to be away from you. I want to be God myself, and I'm the Lord of everything that I survey and possess and keep. So I'm giving you that experience. But if you get too absorbed in that and totally forget me, it's not very nice. So he appears, he speaks Bhagavad Gita, but he never forces you to lose your individuality or use his power, which is massive, to force you to surrender to him. Then he'll become Hitler. You get the point? There's no love involved. Krishna's greatest weapon is love. He does everything through love. That's what you should appreciate. That he wants you to voluntarily, out of your own volition, place your love on him. Because for you, that is the best thing. That's the best thing. For a child, it's automatically happening. Love for my mom. I don't know anybody else but my mom. Right? Embrace the mom, and I don't know anybody else. I have no other shelter. In the same way, actually, we don't have any other shelter except from Krishna. So he's waiting for you to do it out of your own volition. Then the thrill is greater. You did it out of your own. And individual exchanges become more deep. So Krishna is not going to do anything against your individual liking and dislike. But he'll try his best to influence you to do the needful. With the whole Bhagavad Gita, you can see him in every chapter saying, but if you become my devotee, you know, if you are indirectly, directly, he'll keep on speaking about devotion to him. You'll see in the 10th chapter, he'll say, Bhaktya mam abhi janati. Other place, Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakya hamevam vidorjuna. In the 13th chapter, he'll explain all the Sankhya stuff. He said, but my devotee is the only one who can understand this. He everywhere give an exceptional thing. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dvesho astina priya. Actually, I'm equal to everybody in this world. But ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, I'm inclined. But one who worships me in love, I often, what can I do, Just got to move towards that direction. Did exceptionally everywhere. Then he goes to the extent of saying in the Bhagavad Gita that my devotee, even if he does something wrong, it's not really wrong. Such a statement he makes that apichet sudracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi sah. He said, even if my devotee does the worst thing, don't think bad about him. He's still my devotee. He's got a temporary slip. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigachati. Very soon he'll get back to the track. Because he's already tasted my love. And he cannot survive for too long here. He'll quickly come back. And my devotee will never perish. He'll always be successful. You announce it, proclaim it to the whole world, Arjuna. Kaunteya pratijanahi name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee will never be a failure. This is a statement he makes about devotee and devotee. Even if he slips, he's not slipped, he's correct. In other words, you have a university, you're going to study. Even if you fail the exams and the terms and everything, it doesn't matter, you come out as a doctor. Is it possible anywhere? Not. He's saying that. If you're practicing devotional service and devotion to me and something happened, yeah, little bit I got attracted this way, went off and it's just horrible. I shouldn't have done that. Don't worry. Come back. This is the amount of concession given for love. So Krishna, if love has to be exchanged, there have to be two clear individuals. It's exchange between two entities, two agencies, two people, two individuals. Can't happen if you just merge into one. That's why the whole theory of Brahman, we all become one in Brahman, that is not accepted by the Bhagavad Gita's theory. You have to remain separate from Krishna, remain dependent on him, express your love to him. Krishna enjoys and you also enjoy. It's a relationship. The relationship is the greatest of thrills for the living entity. Even in this world, you will see it's because of relationship is the greatest motivating factor to do something. I take a job, I work because I have children. They come home and I like to buy them something. I like to give them the best education. I like to give them the best house. I like to do this to my children, my father, my mother, I love them. Relationship is the greatest motivation, even in economy, they'll see that. And even when you guys are working in all these big companies, they'll take care of you in that way. Maternity leave, take it. We respect you. You're pregnant. You should go. I was just with another devotee here in New Jersey. Maharaj, my wife is pregnant, I get holiday. Because you're a father, you're going to need to spend time. Because they know it's very important for you. And if I'm there tapping that with you, you will like me. So relationships are very important, and therefore if you merge, there's no relationship. So it's horrible. We want to remain separate and we want to express and exchange and revel. Does that answer your question? Yeah. What's your name?
Megha.
Meha.
I have a follow-up question.
Sainika. I'm sorry. Sanika and Shiva. Okay.
So could you explain what does it mean by being a true devotee? And if we are, say, 0.1% there, so will Krishna give back only 0.1%, whatever he promised? Or
Yeah, because that mathematics he knows very well. He says that in the Bhagavad. Ye yata mam prapadyante tangs tataiv bachamiham. As you advance towards me, I will proportionately reciprocate with you. He's a good businessman. Because in terms of love, you cannot give little and expect more. Love begets love. That's a formula. You're sincerely expressing yourself in this thing, you get that much. So, you can't cheat Krishna by, I give you 0.01 millimeter and can you give me a furlong, a mile? No, he says you'll get 0.01. So he urges you to come full scale with him. That's what. Okay? I'm okay to go whole night because this is what I do. Let's let the saying goes, Krishna has nothing to do but this. I also have nothing much to do. We don't have work to go on Monday. I'm flying out on Monday, by the way.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So, does Lord abandon devotees sometimes also?
In order to increase your love for him, to intensify. It's not called abandon. It just remains hidden sometimes. You are Telugu? Yes or no?
Not in this life.
Because in the Bay Area it is Ito Telugu, Ato Telugu, Yato Yato Yami, Tato Telugu.
But I studied at REC Varangal, so I'm
Jai. No, I'm just saying this because the Telugu people know about a great story. Bhadrachala Ramadasa story. You know that story? No, the time is up for stories. All the Telugu people know about Bhadrachala Ramadasa. Who are all Telugu here? Please raise your hands. Don't worry. A very few Telugu guys here. Wow, it's a very different crowd. So all of them know about Bhadrachala. You guys don't know about Bhadrachala Ramadasa story? If you have a Telugu friend, he would have definitely told you this. It's a long story. I mean, can't go for too long. But, that'll take another 20 minutes. But there you have the Lord enjoying his devotee in the prison. It's amazing. It's an amazing story. Even today, you have the big temple built by Ramadas there in Bhadrachalam. I think all the Telugu people know that. I went there and thought, wow, what a amazing devotee. I'll quickly tell you, if you're interested in hearing. Shall I go ahead? But actually, I'm getting late. How long does it take to go from here to my place? 20 minutes. My prasadam? I don't know whether I can take now. Anyway, can we reserve that for another day? Bhadrachala Ramadas story. It takes a long time. Tomorrow is holiday for you, huh? Or for all of you? Yes. Oh, okay. I'm okay then. I don't mind. I think Sanatan. I think it's okay. Okay. Well, this is an interesting story. One of my favorite stories. Previously, when I came to America, I was speaking it all over. I don't know. Maybe a different generation is hearing me now. Bhadrachala Ramadas is an amazing story. It's a story of a simple, wonderful devotee. His name is Ramadas, servant of Rama. And he is too simple, he doesn't get a job anywhere, he can't maintain his family and all that. So his uncle said, what a fellow he is, can't you look after your family, do a few things properly. But he is a collector. The uncle is a collector with the Muslim king. So he says, I'm using my influence and making you a collector in so-and-so place. Do a good job, get a salary, you'll get a cut. And look after your family. Okay, don't screw it up. You and your devotion and all, don't screw it up. Do it properly. All are devotees, but he was like a different devotee. So he came to this place called Bhadrachalam. He got a posting. His uncle his influence. He knows a lot of people. He works for the Muslim king. So he gets a job. So he goes there. He really does not know what a collector should do. All he knows is he should collect money and send it to the king. And he gets some cut out of it. He was received by the citizens of that state, of that place, in a Rama temple, a dilapidated, broken Rama temple. And inside there is small, beautiful figures of Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, no cloth, no garland, one small wick burning and almost dying down. Then he said, "This is a Rama temple you're keeping like this?" So what to do, sir? No money, no maintenance, nothing. We don't have any this thing. And he started crying, "My Rama, how are you kept like this here? Sita doesn't even have a proper sari to wear. Wow." He felt very bad. Then he decided in his mind. So he started collecting from everybody, farmers, this thing. Whatever he collected, he started not sending it to the king and directly upgrading the temple. Just lay the thing properly, put a nice roof, put this, put that, give a wonderful sari to Sita, clean that, buy these new utensils for upgraded the whole temple beautifully for days together, months together. Never remitted any money to the king. New collector is collecting vigorously, but all the money is spent on the temple. King does not know. And his uncle is told, don't screw it up, better be careful. But he's doing what he wants. Because he's a devotee. And all the public also joining with him. What nice, he's got big feasts, Rama Katha, Ramayana, and everything going on. One fine day, always when everybody is happy, there's one guy who's unhappy. The guy will, put a spoke in the wheel. So he's a rascal, taking all the money and using it for this thing. I'll squeal on you. He wrote to the king. Are you getting any remittances from this place, Bhadrachalam? Did you check? Better you check this fellow, new recruit, collector. I think he's eating all your money. Anonymous letter sent to. So I'm cutting a long story short. There are a lot of things that happen in between. And so the king said, go and check. They sent 2 soldiers there. They asked, who is this Ramadas fellow here? And they said, you are the one? You didn't pay anything till now for this thing? I'm going to pay very soon. When did you get? You didn't go, come on, tied him up. A big festival going on and he's organizing it. They tied him up. He said, what? No, I got a big festival, I got to finish. No, you have to come first. Here. They took him. Then everybody said, see, it was going too good for the past 2-3 years. The temple came up so much and he had made a diamond crown for Rama and Sita and Lakshmana. And that was supposed to be given in the next Ramanavami or something like that. And he said, no, let me finish it. I said, no, sir, you're not paid anything. I've been told to bring you. So it's a big scene in the whole village is being taken. And he's chanting Rama, 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 Rama and going. He knows nothing else but Rama. He said, Rama is doing something, it's okay, like that. Very hopefully, happily. So he went in front of them. The rest of the people were thinking, see, if you be a devotee, all these things will happen to you. What is the use of being a Rama devotee? Because all people talk so many things, all this gossip was going on. My gosh, I want to keep away from here. Next, I may be the guy who will be arrested. This Muslim guys, I don't know. I don't think we can do like this. Why did he not give the money? All gossip. And the worship also became low and everything. But on the other side, he went in front of the king. And the king, so many things are going on here. But this fellow is collector in so-and-so, but he not remitted his amount and all that. What happened? Then he said, I did not use any money for anything of mine. Everything was spent for Rama and Lakshmana and Sita. So the what? Ram Bhai, Lakshman Bhai? He asked. Who are these 2 people? I said, no, for them only I spent everything. Tell your Ram, Lakshman Bhai to come and give the money. Till then you remain in that dungeon. Put him in the dungeon. That's all he said. And the next and the next. So they dragged him, put him in a dungeon, no light, no nothing, just a small this thing. That dungeon is still there. You can go and see it. With this thing, they will look you through that and then. But Ramadas was an ecstasy inside the dungeon. Rama, Rama, this is all your Leela. You're doing all these things so that, you know, you will become famous. Everybody will become your devotee. And he's everything very positive guy. Ramachandra, Ramachandra. And with his nails, he drew in the stone. He took another stone, nails, and he drew a beautiful Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman there. And he'll worship and dance and chant Rama's name. And those guys said, yeah, eat something, yeah. If you die, we cannot get the money back. What do you want? I'll not eat what you do because you are Muslim. You eat the cow. Why will I eat from you? He's boldly telling them. We just wanted to keep you alive so that your Ramubai, Lakshmi Bai's money will come back to us. What do you want to keep you alive? He said, don't cook anything. Just give me the rice. I'll do my own stuff. Why will you cook? You cannot cook it. Just give the rice. He took the rice, soaked it in water overnight. And then he will offer it to the Lord and eat that prasadam and dance. Then he will write every day letter to Ramachandra. Did I do anything wrong that you put me here like this? I thought you will take me out in just a few days. But it's going on and on. It's already 1 month. What's wrong? Every day he would write a beautiful poem. And he will sing that song. He's a very good singer. And with devotion he will sing. Then every day, it didn't happen today. Tomorrow I'll write like this. He'll appeal like this, like that, like this, like that. When writing, months are over. And hair is grown like this, his beard is grown, and he is every day. Then he said, Rama, you see, if I die here, no, your name will be spoiled. People will say Rama Bhakta died because he's a devotee of Rama, he died in the prison. I never like to hear this. It's better I commit suicide. Because then they will say he committed suicide in the prisons, not because of you. So most probably, this is what I will do to save you from a bad name. Because if people think bad about you, finished. But if they think bad about me, it's okay. This was the type of devotee he was. He was writing this. Then anyway, he said, before I do that, let me appeal to Sita. So he wrote to Sita. He mildly complained about Rama. Saying that I'm for so long here in this place, and that festival I could not do properly. That Ram Navami festival I could not do properly because he put me here. You should leave me alone, no, to do the festival. So many people would have come. They would have all taken prasadam and they were chanted in Rama Kirtan and they would have heard stories and all that. But why is he doing this to me? I am after all his devotee. I'm not a special devotee, but I want to do that seva. He's still not bothered that he's used the government's money for doing it's praying completely different. So you please look into it. But Sita acted immediately. The scene shifts to Ayodhya in the spiritual world. And Rama is sitting in meditation and he's got a mild, beautiful smile. He's enjoying something inside. And Sita comes to him because she's got this petition come from Andhra Pradesh. From a prison house, it has reached her, the prayer. And she's coming and saying, my Lord, and he's not opening his eyes. He's smiling and he's enjoying something. So she knows that something is happening here. I am calling, he's not opening. So she wakes him up from his trance and says that, why is it you're keeping Ramadas in the prison house? Oh, how did you get in touch with him? It has reached me, the news. He has applied to me. Why are you keeping the prison house? Actually, I need money. And only if you give the money, you are Lakshmi. Only if you give the money, I can release them. That's what I was waiting for you, actually. She said, here is the money. And tons of gold bags came. I know this is not the reason. Because you could have asked me anytime. That is not the reason. Now tell me the real reason. Why are you keeping Ramadas there? So he said, my dear Sita Devi, what can I hide from you? And now you put me in such a position where I can't hide you from you. You see, this Ramadas is such a devotee. He gets damn busy doing seva for me, and he's not relating with me. So I put him in the prison, and he started writing these amazing devotional songs. Then every day I've been relishing it. And I've been relishing it. And I just forgot for the fact that he's in the prison. And if he is in the prison, so what? And once he gets out, he gets damn busy with doing things in the temple and all that. And sometimes he doesn't even remember me. He's just going ahead and doing all the seva. So I put him in one place and I saw that. Anyway, now that you have told me, I'll not keep him there anymore. We will finish it. And Sita became a little worried. Is this the way you treat your devotees? I don't treat them like that. It's just I was relishing it. Then he comes down. He and Lakshmana come down into the palace of, this is a real life story here. It's actually happened there. It's all chronicled there fully. It lands into the palace of that Muslim king. The late night, somewhere 1 o'clock in the morning or something. Boom! And they're so brilliant looking. Lakshmana is nicely dressed with dhoti like warriors. And the guard wakes up and says, "Who are you? What are you?" Then they just go and tell the king that Rama and Lakshmana have come. Then he was very stunned looking at it. Allah, Allah. Because he could see it's God. I mean, so brilliant in the night. So he said, go and tell the king that Rama and Lakshmana have come. You should for relieving Ramadas, we have come. So he ran and said, Ramubai, Lakshmanabai have come. Ramubai, Lakshmanabai. He's already got crazy, the guard. He went in to woke up the king. The king said, nonsense, idiot. What do you think you are doing? Ramubai, Lakshmanabai have come. You have to see this. What? They're inside the palace. How did they get inside, you guys, useless security? They never came from the front. They just landed in the palace. What are we going to do? How can they do that? You guys, security. Please come and see this. This is not ordinary visitors. Then he came and saw both of them standing there. They just threw all the gold coin in sacks and said, here is your money. You want it? Ramadas told you that he has spent everything on me and him. This is the money. Release him. And the king saw and said, Ramubai, Lakshmibai. Ramu, you got completely, thrilled. I never knew you people are like this. He started, and all that. In the meantime, before the king came, Lakshmana had already torn his dhoti, a bit of his dhoti, and written in that, I'm giving it to you in writing that Ramadas spent all the money only for me and Rama and Sita. He has not used any money for himself. Right? He threw this inside that dungeon, through that hole. Because Ramadas had already died and he was getting ready, I better commit suicide because I will die very soon. And at that time the cloth fell on his face. And he smelled it and said, I know this cloth. I know this cloth. This is Lakshmana's cloth. He knows so nicely. And he signed it written in Lakshmana's handwriting that he didn't steal it, simply used it in the service of Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. When he saw that, he started crying in ecstasy. They've come! They've come! Rama and come! I told you, I know he'll come. Like that. By the time the king comes with his entire group of army and say, Ramubai, Lakshmibai, he's also going mad. Ramubai, Lakshmi, he saw Allah, for sure, He comes and opens the jail and he comes and embraces this Ramadas who is shrouded in hair. Only his eyes you can see is in the dungeon. And he said, I saw Ramubai, Lakshmibai. Can I see them again? He said, come with me, I'll show you. Ramubai, Lakshmibai. The whole, army and all these people go with Ramadas to the temple. He'll take to the temple and said, these are the two people who came to see you. See, God came to see you and gave you the money. I did not use anything for myself. Then he paid obeisances. The Muslim king paid obeisances in the Rama temple. Then he told him, hereafter, anything you need for Ramabai and Lakshmibai, Don't hesitate to ask me. I give all these lands to the temple for you and you for serving Rama Lakshmi Bai. You anything you want, you ask me. Anything more than you want to ask me, you should never stop serving. You do anything you want. That Muslim king gave a lot of donation for Ramadas to do. So this whole history is written on the walls. In the dungeon and in this place, he was in another dungeon, far away from this place where he built the temple. And you can see the story there. I've crunched it a little bit here and there. It's full of emotion. The Lord basically, he asked a question. So I said, he was getting some good rasa out of the suffering of Ramadas, because Ramadas was intensely devotional and he was put into separation from his service. So since he asked this, I asked that. Okay? Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was fabulous. I think falling in love in Krishna is, thank you. You yourself have fallen and then you're taking us in that journey. So it's such a great fortune to have your presence here and spending this night. I'm sure we all are different as we enter here and we are getting out of here is different, and our devotion and definitely love has increased. So let's give a big round of applause to Maharaj for his Haribo, Haribo. Though we can see that externally you got cold and everything, but you're keep going, and that's what you can see, your love for Krishna and all the devotees here. So thank you, Maharaj. I'll just 2 minutes can take for some announcements. Yeah. So yes, please, Maharaj. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming here on this Friday evening. Once again, I'd like to obeisances to our host speaker. You might have seen Srivas Pandit Prabhu staying. Thank you, Prabhu, for coming and blessing us here. And thank you for coming in this Friday evening. I'd like to thank quick announcement to all the volunteers, especially to the cooks, those who made delicious prasadam, Akanksha Mataji, Dhara, where is Dhara? Dhara and my wife Anang Gopika Devidasi and who else? 1 minute, I had to. Oh yeah, and also some many people, Versa and Paris and all those who helped. Padma Kumari Mataji, let's give a big round of applause to all of them too. So many of you volunteers, actually you drive the students here, so thank you for driving our Ashwa and Ashwa too. And so just a last announcement. This Thursday, the coming Thursday, we have very special month starting. Anyone can guess which month? Kartik month. Yes. So it's one of the auspicious month on coming Thursday. So please, all of you can do some more chanting and offering the lamps to the Lord. So you will have the next Saturday, next Friday, another great session by one of the visiting monk here. His name is His Grace Rajmohan Prabhu. So you can come and learn more about the Kartik months, and we'll all offer lamp together to Lord Damodar that day. So thank you so much. So prasadam will be served in the garage. Please honor prasadam. If you are getting late, please you can have to-go boxes, or if you like, you can just sit here and there. And some volunteers, if you like to serve, they can go to the garage and serve the people. Thank you so much once again. Hare Krishna, and we're looking forward to see you for the next Sangha. Hare Krishna. We'll have the Prasadam prayers. Sarira Vidyaja Jodendriya Tahe Kan Jive Fele Vishaya Sagare Tar Madhye Jivati Lobho Moya Sudurmati Taki Jeta Kathina Samsare Krishna Bado Doyo Mai Karibare Jivajai Prasadana Dido Mai Namruta Pavo
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gavo Premedako Sri Chaitanya Nitai Premedako Sri Chaitanya Nitai